Hi there and welcome to the Guitarfingers tuition video for the Trinity College Grade 5 song, which Grade 5 is intermediate level and it's called Skater's Waltz. It's from the current series of this time of the video for 2020 to 2023. Now if you're playing intermediate level and you're wishing to play some of those great higher level songs that we often hear and see lots of people playing and talking about, you might be interested in my Guitarfingers book 3. In here I've taken 4 classic songs such as Capriccio Arab by Tariga, Gran Vals, Canco de Ladra and Sons de Carolus. Quite often they're much higher level, advanced level songs, and I've transcribed them and republished them for this level, so around the intermediate level. You'll see the link to be able to buy the book on the screen here, so check out my website www.greensmith.info and you'll be able to purchase these, either PDF or the book version if you're in the UK. So let's go and talk now about our Skater's Waltz. Remember our key signature. It's a single flat in there. The key of the song is D minor, so remember your notes of your scale: D, E, F, G, A, B flat, C, D. There might be accidentals that appear in the song and we'll pick those up as we go along. 3 beats in a bar and played nice quick tempo expressively. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about some of the elements in the song to help us through. We're going to start with this D minor chord in the 5th position. Remember, if you need to make little notes on your music, then do so. So I'm going to use A, M, I, of course, for the 3 clear strings, 1, 2, 3, for A, M, I to help my fingers across, and then obviously just walking fingers when we're playing the scale parts. So let's have a listen to how the song starts. I won't play it too fast, so it gives us a chance to digest the song. Okay, so I'll stop there because that's the first phrase, and of course we've got a repeat of the first phrase, just a development of it in a way. So a couple of things. Start with our D minor chord, glissando, so strike the A and then finish at the D. Don't need to restrike it, so you can just have one clean sound. And that chord, of course, now becomes G minor because of the root on the 3rd finger there on the 3rd string. Okay, so that sounds quite nice. And then we come down back to the D minor, a little ornament here for the B flat to the A. Rallentando and quieten down. And then we start off on a tempo where it's just going back to the start tempo again. Okay, so any musical features in there we should be looking at? I think when we come down to bar 6, then rallentando and quieten down to help us into the next phrase. I put a little staccato on the first one for kind of some nice musical emphasis. Now I use fingers 2 and 3, not 1 and 2 as written, and the reason is that when I do my trill here, I end up with finger 2 on the E, and that leaves me finger 1 to go back to that A for the next chord, that D minor chord, which starts the second phrase. So we start the second phrase, same as what we had before. Now a change of chord to the F major. Okay, so we just got that B flat again to the A, but now with an F played with finger 1. I like to actually, when I come from here, is have both 2 and 3 down, prepared, and then I'm not fighting to get lots of fingers in a very short time. So I'm preparing that F chord, thinking about it here, fingers 2 and 3, and then, okay, and now I've got my little run that we kind of had before. Okay, so now we go to our C sharp, fret 7 for finger 1, of course, for the A there, add in the G natural and E natural with an A bass, lower A bass this time, and just move it up. Okay, so nice and loud when we've come to these. Now, it says P piano for this little chord here. and I do a little roll on that to give it some kind of nice feeling and emphasis rather than just a straightforward chord, because I really want the music to sound like it's changing. It's definitely changing. I know the music will make it sound that way anyway, but we've got this now. Okay, perhaps I went a bit too quick into that chord. I should have gone 1, 2, 3, and then little roll. Okay, so if you don't know what that chord is, it's if we think of a big C major chord here at fret 8. Okay, we're not playing all those notes, and we're playing a B flat as the lower note, so we've got an inversion, if you like. It's just the C7 chord, C, E, G, B flat, but we've got the B flat in the bass, and just a selection of the notes, B flat, E, and C. Okay, it gives it a nice sound, and of course that's become a dominant chord for the next part of the song, which is in F major. It starts in F major. So we've got a 5-1 cadence into there. As you can see, the things that I've really talked about in this first section, the A section, is just a little bit of musicality and phrasing, clarity on the glissandos, and also how to prepare for the next chords. So again, just thinking about that one, just to recap, get a couple of fingers down and then prepare the little ornament, the little slur. Okay, and then you're set. If you try and do things just one finger at a time, you find that you don't have enough time to get everything set down. Right then, so bar 17, we've got a feeling, of course, of the change of key from the cadence, from the C7 to the F. Let's have a look at that F major section. I'll just go a little bit slower to help us. Okay, so there's a rallentando there because we're coming back to, okay, then repeat of the phrase with just a slight variation to it. Right, so things that I'm looking for here, although there's no staccato written on this chord, it's written as a short chord, just a quaver beat, but I'm going to do it more staccato to give it a really punchy sound. So just a nice thumb strum, and then I release my left hand to mute the strings. Keep them on the strings, but mute them. Then, okay, so now we've got our C chord to B flat. B flat, and then a C7 chord again, so we've got C, B flat and E, cadence again, perfect cadence to the F. So when I play those, I don't want any ringing on the best I can, so they're clear notes on their own. Right, so when we come to the G7th chord, okay, so cadencing to the C chord, and then the dotted note, so it goes 1, 2, and 3. Right, so we've slowed down. I've also just taken a little bit of power out of the song, but we're back to tempo now. So bar 25, so we've got a repeat of the first 4 bars. Okay, so we've got our C shape now. It becomes D flat major, of course, because we've got the bar A at finger 1, so we've got D flat major. Okay, and then this very Spanishy sounding chord. So here, try to keep fingers 2, 3 and 4 down. Just allow finger 1 to do the trill. Okay, and then an A7th chord. Okay, so again it's another cadence, it's A7, it's going to go to D minor, which starts the song again. The clear points I'm trying to say here is the articulation of the notes. The strum, clear. Yeah, so there's nothing interfering with each other, no ringing on. That's the nice thing. Use the rallentandos to help you navigate through the chords and the little changes. That will help you set up into the next sections as they appear. Practice that D flat major chord, so it's just a C chord. We often play that as obviously 1, 2, 3 as a kind of folk style playing. Just practice that with 2, 3, 4, and then move it up 1 fret and keep your full bar. Just start with the 5th string, and then you'll get that now called a D flat chord. C shape, just playing D flat major chord. So that takes us all the way back to the beginning, and at the end of bar 10 we've got the coda, so we jump to the coda now, so we come back to this part in bar 33. Now we've got our little run, but we're going to play that run on string 2. It's asking us to do that so that we can get to the high E and eventually in the right place. So we go. Okay, so you can see that we had a little nice bit of finger movement there. Finger 1, G sharp, up it comes to there, to the A again, B flat. Now, you don't have to do this, but actually I quite like doing it because it just puts my hand in a better position for finger 4 to reach there. So my advice is, why not use it? It's been there to help us play this, so that's a good idea. Okay, so there's our high E, fret 12, G and A with fingers 3 and 1 there. C sharp comes finger 2 on string 4, same inner notes again, and then nice strong clear D minor chord, bar A, half bar A at fret 10. You could roll it if you want, or just keep it nice and clear and then bring it out. So have fun with Skater's Waltz, a great song, great fun to play. Get used to your bar A's because that's going to help you the most here, and just enjoy yourself.